We now proceed to the rice.
Excellent.
What I have done is, I've soaked this little bit of rice in saffron.
Can I smell it?
Yes. Look.
Yeah, it's really fragrant.
Right. Now, this is one thing that will go into the pulao that I'm going to make. And then, this will go, raisins. You see? Because it's just to give it a little sweet taste to the entire thing.
I saw those at the spice market. They're all different kinds of
Yes,
spices.
absolutely, and different sizes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, I will also put in black cumin seeds.
I usually just use ground cumin.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil, put some black cumin seeds, and sort of sauté them a little. Then I'm going to add this, and just let it cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. Once this is done, you've seen these mushrooms, they're already dried, but these are just for display. I'm not going to be using these dried mushrooms.
What have you done instead?
I've put them in water and soaked them for a couple of hours, and this is how they look like. This is how your truffle looks like, see?
And what's the benefit of soaking them?
It becomes soft, because otherwise it's hard, and it also has a lot of dust. It gets dusty. So this is how it's going to look like, if you see.
They look like little aliens.
Absolutely, right? So this is one. Then what I've done is, I've also cut those mushrooms into small and shredded them into pieces.
So that looks more like a mushroom that I might recognize.
This sort of also has a very nice chickeny taste to it, you know, because it sort of tastes like meat, but it isn't. So this, along with this, will be put right in the end. This, along with the raisins, and this thing is actually going to be fried and cooked.
What are we frying it in? Are we using...
Normal oil, but always they say that use purified butter. Heavy, but it's manageable.
Taste.
Yes. So shall we start?
Yes, please.
All
I'm
right,
excited.
I'll get rolling.
So the cumin seeds first?
Yeah, a little bit of cumin seeds first.
Why would you use cumin seeds rather than ground cumin?
Because cumin seeds, they have to stand out, because there's also a little bit of flavor. At the same time with the flavor, there's presentation also. So this plays a very important role. Now I'll be putting all this and cooking all this together in this. Can I have the salt, please? Thank you. Salt, as always, according to taste. Thank you. We'll let this cook for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Are you liking it? Are you enjoying your show?
Of course I am.
Well, I'm glad.
It's a treat. I like trying Indian food back home, and so it's good to try something authentic.
I guarantee you'll end up putting out a couple of kilos before you go back home.
People keep telling me that.
I know that for a fact. My girlfriend, she was 48 kilos when she came into my life. 7 years of my relationship with her, when she went away, she went back 80 kilos. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little water.
What does the water do?
The water will, I'll boil it in water, because it needs to be mixed with rice. So that you can get the little mushroom flavor. Alex, now that I've started making this, I'm going to add my rice to it, okay? This rice has been soaked already in water, so it won't take too long to cook.
How long did you soak it for?
I soaked it for about 2 hours. And it'll take, just because I'm cooking this in a rice cooker so that it can be done, I'm going to cook this it'll be ready in about 15 minutes at the most. That's it. It won't take too long.
Does the shape of the pan make a difference? Because you're
It
using a
does,
round one.
Yes, it does. I'll just taste the salt. Can I have some salt, please? Yes. That should be. Thank you.
Adding the saffron rice.
Yes, I'm mixing saffron now. You're my guinea pig today. Let's see what your call is, and we'll see how you critique my food.
They look a little bit like tentacles.
They do, they do. They look like oyster tentacles, that's true. But you know what they are in reality.
I do.
Now this is ready, so I'm just going to put it in the...
Okay, so with quite a bit of time and a
Yes.
little bit of flirting,
Yes,
then our dishes are finally ready.
yes.
It took quite a long time, but I guess with ingredients this expensive, you do want to take your time.
Absolutely, because otherwise it's pointless savoring the flavor. This is something like it's a passion that goes into it. So everything has to be done very delectably, very delightfully, and a lot of emotions and passions go into cooking a cuisine like this. Now that it's ready, I think we should enjoy,
Excellent.
right? And you are my guinea pig for today. However, I must also tell you that there is an Indian wine which complements the lamb curry.
Red, of course.
It's a red Cabernet, and I'm sure you would like that. But before that, may I serve you some rice, please?
I'd love you to. Thank you very much.
I'll give you a little more.
It smells so good.
Some Indian red wine to go with your meal?
I think it's probably my first Indian wine.
I'm sure you'll like it. It's got a nice, dryish, but a little fruity aftertaste. But it goes excellently with Indian grills, Indian barbecues.
It smells a bit like sherry.
It is, sort of. But it's not all that sweet either. Well,
Cheers.
cheers. Welcome to India
Thank you.
and your quest for the great Indian food. Please.
Cheers.
Cheers. You like it?
That's some good curry. I really thought the cashew nuts would be the dominant flavour, but I think all of
No.
the flavours are really coming through.
Because it's a mixture of all of them put together. So each flavor complements the other one. So it creates a very homogeneous balance. Yes, I remember you said you were quite a curry person back in England.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't think I've tried anything this good before.
Oh, that's a compliment.
The lamb's so tender.
That's the way it's meant to be, actually.
So could you have this with bread as well?
It go very well with bread. Actually, with pita bread, it's a great combination. It go very well with pita bread.
Probably go well with anything, actually.
Yes. Have fun. You've done it for the day.
It's been so nice to meet Dr. Ashish Chopra and learn how to cook this amazing food. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Alex. Come again.
I will do.
My house is always open to friends.
It's been a great start to my journey.
I'm glad. And wish you all the best, and I hope that your quest for your gastronomical delights continue. And by the time you go back, you end up being our gastronomical ambassador.
And a lot bigger, probably.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.